Oh, YTPC, Joshua Stewart, pipe up north. Well, it's Tuesday. I got my cob, and there's what could be considered a codger in it. What do I usually do on Tuesdays? Oh yeah, usually I do the codger and a corn cob in tool time Tuesday. Not this week. Though we will get it out of the way, we kind of got the trifecta going on. Got my Country Gentleman pipe, Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman, and in it I've got the Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman Tobacco. I'm wearing my Country Gentleman hat. So we've got the trifecta going on. So, where are we at? I haven't made a video for a couple of days. Went down to Mom and Dad's last weekend. Been telling you a lot about that lately, and it's probably the last time that I'll get down there. And I know I'd mentioned that the barn, which is a beautiful old barn, that there was somebody that was going to undertake the effort and expense to have it moved. Well, they for whatever reason it backed out, and as of now it's looking like all the buildings are going to be demolished, which is disappointing. But did get a few things out of the house. There's just no place to go with everything, so a lot of stuff is going to be left behind, and say it's a huge house, and trying to get the stuff of value out as much as possible first. Mittens. That tickles a little bit. So anyway, I said we're not going to do a Tool Time Tuesday today. Probably not for a while. I think we're going to start doing a tobacco tin Tuesday. As some of you know, my mother used to collect antique tobacco tins, and they just don't have room in the new house to properly display the collection. So I asked about it a month or two ago, and she wants me to have her tobacco tin collection. So I've been finding, I think I've got a good portion of the collection. There might be some others. Some of it's been boxed up for a while, and came across a box this last weekend that was actually in the attic that I had no idea was there. And why don't I show you one of the tins that was in that box? Oh, Mittens, you're knocking all my stuff down. Okay, Mittens, that's enough. Time for you to go down. He says, but I don't want to go down. And he's back up. Okay, no, I mean it this time. Down. Now, I haven't looked through the whole collection. I have got no idea what's there. But this is an interesting one. It was in the top. of one of the boxes I grabbed this weekend. It's actually got a paper label on it. It's got just a little tear on here that I think actually happened this weekend. The piece that tore off there was just hanging on by just a fiber or two. So I put that piece inside the tin. Not that it matters, but got no idea what the history on it is. I'm pretty certain it's pre-war. Probably from the 30s, maybe? I don't know. Don't see anything that identifies a year on here, but Harp Cut Plug by what is that? They used to do those abbreviations for names. Is JNO? Is that John? Weisberg Tobacco Company, St. Louis. So, but that's I mean, the artwork is beautiful on this. So, I'm thinking this might be a good alternative to the Tool Time Tuesday for a while. We'll do a Tobacco Tin Tuesday. Like I say, I'm guessing there's 50 in the collection. Now, granted, there's probably half a dozen Prince Alberts in the collection, but and I know there's several velvets that I've seen in there too, and halves, just all your old Codgers. But there's a few like this that I've never heard of that are just beautiful tins. And some are in pretty good shape, some aren't. This one, other than the tear that probably just happened back here, is actually pretty good shape. There's remnants of a price tag on here. I don't see a price on there anymore. It must have faded away, or maybe the tag tried to get ripped off. You can't really see it very good, but anyway. Yep, empty in there. But just one other little interesting tidbit. I did see one container in the collection that still got tobacco in. I'm sure it's terribly dried out, but just for a hint, the tax stamp on it is dated February 26th, 1926. So I'm thinking I might rehydrate at least part of it, and maybe attempt to smoke it on February 26th, 2026. Or it might be a total failure too, but and I'll have to go through them, and there might be some other ones that have a little bit of tobacco in too, but so anyway, this Country Gentleman tobacco. And some of you know I've been kind of going into some Kentucky blends, and I'd read that this was had some Kentucky in it. See if I can find a description here someplace. The tobacco was a little bit dry because it's not a truly sealed bag. Or at least this one wasn't. Maybe somebody snuck into it before I got it. But so it was just a little bit dry. Says American flue cured leaf with a bit of dark fired and perique, a refined classic. And it's not real heavy on the dark fired. I'm not really getting a huge wallop of the perique either. But it's still pretty decent. I mean, it was a very I don't know how you'd. I'm not very good at describing the cuts, but it was a very coarse cut, large ribbon, wide ribbons, I guess you would say maybe. Not that it was necessarily a ribbon cut either, but I'm sure if you're considering it, there's plenty of other better reviews out than what I can do. But as far as the dark fired blends, I think I got a thing for the 1792 flake. Yeah, when I was going back to last weekend down at Mom and Dad's, I've shared this before too, that when I was young, I collected beer cans. And we would go to, Mom and Dad used to set up at flea markets a lot. So we'd be going to a flea market somewhere every weekend from April till well into September, sometimes October. And they would do a few indoor shows during the winter. But whenever we'd go to these things, I was, say when I started collecting these beer cans, I was 7 or 8 years old. So that was something good for me to do to keep me out of their hair, that I could go searching for all the beer cans around. And got up to about 500 different ones, and I think I got most of the collection here now. Had a couple hundred of them that were in the attic at Mom and Dad's that my son and I were able to pull out of there. They'd been up in that attic for well over 30 years. And a couple of them were kind of interesting. I know about, oh shoot, it was probably 15 or 20 years ago. I grabbed, maybe 15 of my favorites that I'd kept out that I didn't put in storage and brought them here. But there was a lot of good ones that did end up in storage that I'm looking forward to going through them again. I'll probably cull down the collection a little bit and just keep maybe 50 or 75 of my favorites, and I'll probably liquidate the rest of the collection. You know, they're not terribly valuable, but it was fun to collect when you were 8, 9, 10 years old. So yeah, being as busy as I've been the last few days, I haven't hardly seen any videos. I watched a couple now just tonight, but I'm recording this Monday night, so I'm cheating as far as the Cob Tuesday tool or Tobacco Tin Tuesday, whatever we're doing. But should post on Tuesday morning. So anyway, final thoughts on the Country Gentleman. I don't know. I mean, I like it. Is it a top 10? Probably not. I'll eventually get through this pouch that I got, but do I hate it? Absolutely not. It's pretty decent. But I've got my I guess you'd call it the 1-year anniversary of my pipe smoking journey coming up soon. I don't remember the exact date. Somewhere around I've got the receipt from that very first time I went and bought the half and half and Captain Black Gold from a local brick and mortar vape shop, cigarette shop, whatever it is. And if I remember right, that was July 28th of last year. And a couple days later, I put in my first internet order once I realized that it was going to be just about impossible to find anything besides overpriced Codger blends at the brick and mortars. At least around here. I know there's some brick and mortars that are pretty decent, but I don't have any within 100 miles, so. Mittens is down there giving me the evil eye like, you didn't let me sit on your lap. I'm mad at you now. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're running a little long again, but that's okay. So hopefully we'll get another video or two out this week and go from there. My order that I got with my gift card from Josh at Gentry Vintage should be arriving tomorrow, so I may or may not do a yabo of that. I got a lot more than what the gift card covered, but that's okay. So with that, I'll let y'all go. Thanks for watching. Joshua Stewart, Pipe Up North. Have a good day. I could just well have a clicker that doesn't work.